After disappearing for almost 2 decades, how would this famous face look? Is she still alive? National Geographic photographer Steve McCurry hunts for a beautiful girl he saw 17 years ago. He snapped this famous photo of her, but didn't get her name. She was young and scared, a refugee from the war in Afghanistan. He called her the Afghan girl.
She has become really the icon of the Afghan struggle. Her plight and her situations really come to symbolize what's happened here over the last 2 decades.
In 2001, the war in Afghanistan has the world's attention. McCurry returns to the refugee camps, determined to find the face from long ago. For weeks, he roams the streets, scouring shops, markets, and schools. The photograph is his only clue.
Here's my wife.
Yeah, you're sure?
His search proves harder than he thought. In this conservative Muslim society, grown women must wear veils. If still alive, the girl would now be about 30, her stunning face hidden from view.
We're going to look and see if we can find the records, see if we can find her whereabouts.
Look says for the last 3 for this girl.
After weeks of looking, McCurry's run out of hope and time.
We have a lot of leads still coming in, but I'm going to have to leave today. Been through the camp exhaustively, looking and talking to as many people as possible. We've given it really our best shot.
But shortly after McCurry leaves, an Afghan refugee approaches the TV crew. He says he knows the girl from the photo. But the woman now lives hours away near Tora Bora, across a border that swallows lives. The man agrees to bring her to a nearby home. 3 days later, she arrives. But there's a hitch. Local custom dictates only a woman may enter inside.
Do that and then we'll eagerly await.
Associate producer Carrie Regan goes forward, alone.
I remember walking to this back room, and there were women sitting around the floor, and they gestured to this figure in the back corner, and she looked up, and I saw these gleaming bright eyes, and for the first time I thought, you know, we might just have something here. We might just have the Afghan girl.
There's one way to know for sure, a new technology called iris mapping. Carrie snaps a photo, which is rushed to a lab in the States. There, experts compare the eyes of the woman with those of the girl. The colored part of the eye is called the iris. The computer maps its subtle pattern. It's as distinctive as a fingerprint. And these two sets match. The Afghan girl now has a name, Sharbat Gula. For years, she's lived in poverty in Afghanistan's countryside, oblivious to her fame around the world. McCurry races back, hoping to photograph Sharbat once again. But one obstacle still remains. Sharbat's a conservative Muslim, now married with 3 children. Will she be willing to drop her veil? It's hard for Sharbat to understand that she's an icon to the outside world. McCurry talks with her and her husband, explaining that this will bring attention to the plight of the Afghan people. Reluctantly, she agrees to the request. As he sets up the shot, Sharbat drops her veil. The famous eyes flash defiantly, again capturing the attention of the entire world. Sharbat's face reveals the sorrow of war, but for McCurry, it sends a message of both courage and hope.
The fact that she's lifted up her burqa and revealed her face to the world, essentially, is sort of a minor miracle.
These adventurers have traveled beyond time and boundaries to make amazing discoveries that broaden our understanding of the world.